Hello and welcome. In the last episode, we talked about working hours, overtime, and breaks, and how unpaid minutes quietly build up in UK workplace. Today, we are going one step further, because once hours are unclear, pay becomes easy to manipulate. Many immigrants believe they are paid minimum wage because the number on their payslip looks correct. But minimum wage in the UK is not just about the hourly rate written on paper. It is about what you are paid after all deductions over all the hours you actually worked. This episode is about how underpayment really happens, quietly, gradually, and often without people realizing. One of the most common things workers say is, "My payslip says minimum wage, so it must be correct." In reality, that is not how UK pay law works. Minimum wage is calculated based on total pay received minus certain deductions divided by total hours actually worked, not what the contract says, what the rota says, what the payslip headline says. This is why unpaid time matters. If you work extra minutes every shift, arrive early unpaid, stay back unpaid, or miss breaks, your real hourly rate drops. On paper, everything looks legal. In practice, it may not be. Let's use a simple, realistic example. A worker is paid 144 pence per hour. They are scheduled for 40 hours a week. On paper, this meets minimum wage, but they arrive 15 minutes early every shift unpaid. They stay back 10 minutes to hand over. They miss part of their break. At the end of the week, they have worked nearly 43 hours. Their pay did not increase, their hours did. When you divide the same pay by more hours, the hourly rate drops. This is how underpayment hides. Not through salary cuts, through time. Most employers do not explain this. Most workers never calculate it. UK law requires employers to provide payslips, but having a payslip does not mean it is accurate. Many payslips do not show actual hours worked, combine hours without clarity, do not explain deductions, use confusing labels. Workers often do not know what deductions are allowed, what deductions are illegal, what deductions require written agreement. When people do not understand payslips, abuse becomes easy even without intent. Some deductions are legal, many are not. Common problematic deductions include uniform costs reducing pay below minimum wage, training fees taken back unlawfully, equipment charges, accommodation overcharges, admin fees not agreed in writing. Employers often say, "You signed the contract, that's company policy. Policy does not override the law." If a deduction reduces pay below minimum wage, it is illegal, even if the worker agreed. They say, many immigrants do not know this. Some employers rely on that. Pay issues are deeply emotional. People worry, if I complain, will I lose shifts? Will my hours be reduced? Will this affect my visa? Will I be replaced? So instead of challenging underpayments, people adjust. They work harder, they borrow, they cut expenses, they stay silent. The system counts on silence. It is not always deliberate, but it is consistent. Underpayment is rarely dramatic. It happens £10 at a time, £20 at a time, every week. Over months, it affects savings, rent stability, visa flexibility, mental health, job mobility. People think it's not worth fighting, but the cost accumulates quietly. Underpayment in the UK rarely starts with fraud. It starts with confusion. Unclear hours lead to unclear pay. Unclear pay leads to quiet losses. In the next episode, we will talk about contracts, job roles, and other duties when flexibility becomes exploitation. Again, not theory, real workplace patterns, real consequences.
To always get informed by new video in the series, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, and stay with the series.